So, the first episode of Miss Marvel released today, and it's one I've quite been looking forward to because of the trailer. I wasn't huge on that character because I don't know the character, but the trailer blew all my expectations away, so it looks like a great combination of some Spider-Man Homecoming, some Turning Red, and some other teen coming-of-age story vibe kind of stuff. It looks charming, and it also looks like it's bringing that same kind of sensibility Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse had with its creative use of visuals. I don't know, I'm just spitballing some of my associations. But then the first reactions came out, which were great, but let's take first reaction for what they are. They often lean very positive or more positive than the actual reception will be by fans. But I was very curious today to watch this episode, so let's talk about it. Hello, fellow Disney Plus watcher. It's nice to talk with you about Disney Plus today. If you love Disney as much as I do and enjoy talking about it, why not click the subscribe button to stay up to date, and please give it a like because it helps the video and the channel. Thank you so much. This review is going to be spoiler-free because first episodes, I'm just going to give my first impressions, my first thoughts, and then in the coming weeks, we'll get into real spoilers with all the specific new episodes coming out each week. So Ms. Marvel is played by Iman Vellani, a newcomer. She hasn't acted before in any movie or TV show listed on IMDb, but I'm not here to be your IMDb. If you want to know everyone who plays in this show, you can go there. Okay, the story follows a Pakistani-American 16-year-old girl, and she struggles to balance her responsibilities, her school life, with her imagination, all her drawings, her fantasies, she calls it her fantasy land. She has her head in the clouds, and that comes with some challenges. Yeah, very basic setup. She discovers that she has powers, and in the meantime, she wants to go to Avenger Con, the very first Avenger Con, which is kind of meta because we have Comic Con, but in that world, the Avengers are actually real, so it's Avenger Con. So that was a cool touch, but I'm not gonna give away anything else specific. So yeah, I do really, because when I think about the MCU, I watch this, I think about Spider-Man Homecoming, definitely, but it's different because if Spider-Man is a teen story, Ms. Marvel is a pre-teen story. Spider-Man, that character is, he's more a victim of circumstance, and he has a feeling of responsibility because of what happens to him and the powers he inherits. Ms. Marvel is kind of more of a reckless character, and she is younger and she's more playful, more imaginative, which makes her even more likable. And her recklessness is also what makes the mother character less of the kind of evil, disconnected, overprotective mother, because in the beginning of the episode it's kind of stated that she's that overprotective mother. That's her role, to be that character in Kamala's life. But during the episode you find out what makes her tick, and this mother character, she might be my favorite character because you totally get why she's so overprotective, and she is. She's kind of extreme, but you really understand her. That was my experience. And with one bit of dialogue, in the first few minutes of this episode, you understand what the mother is like and what the father is like and how they are different and how they are raising their child differently. So the mother says something about daughter's driving lessons, and then father chimes in on the subject, and they say one sentence, both of them, and you totally understand their worldview. And this show so far is so effective and efficient with character work for me. It doesn't waste any time. It's very dynamic because, yeah, let's talk about the camera work, the style. It's very dynamic. It's way more dynamic than I thought it would be. Whenever Kamala is sitting down on the couch, the camera will follow her. The camera follows the movements of the characters like almost all the time. It's crazy. So it's really engaging. Engaging is a very good word. I had no idea that this show was gonna make me feel this way, but it is actively engaging in its style. And then the style of the characters Kamala draws in her notebook, those come to life in the episode in all sorts of different creative ways, and the drawings aren't your typical Marvel-like comic book drawings. They are her own style, so this really has a personality of its own. And yes, I had a couple of things that really reminded me of a great movie, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, even down to the music sometimes, like the synth sounds, kind of percussive synth sounds. I'm never gonna do that again, but just to give you an idea, the music sometimes really reminds me of of the soundtrack of that movie, and the way it uses visuals. Sometimes text messages are very creatively put in the narrative. You just have to see it for yourself, I think. And it even reminded me, I just saw that movie a few days ago, so it's totally because I saw it that recent. But a couple of days ago, I saw Everything Everywhere All at Once, and that movie is incredible. It's imagination on drugs. I felt high and stoned during during that movie. Okay, I don't want to go on a tangent here, but it has some of that, some of that ingenuity. Nothing close to that much, but... And I already mentioned the soundtrack. It really combines a lot of styles. It combines Middle Eastern sounds with, of course, orchestra, heroic music. Ms. Marvel's gotta have a theme with horns and strings. Also a lot of hip-hop or pop sounds, I'm impressed with the soundtrack. I'm impressed with the visuals. I'm impressed with the character work. The mother character is a standout. By the way, I don't know why I'm mentioning this now. I should have started with this, but Iman Vellani as Captain Marvel, as Ms. Marvel is really, really impressive. A girl Peter Parker, but without all the tech stuff. The knowledge and the ingenuity on the tech, that's for her friend. Her friend is kind of the genius of the show with all the gadgets, and yeah, that's a good character too. And I love how he introduces some technology to the parents of Kamala. He gives them some, I won't spoil everything, but he gives them some technology, and it's fun to see how Kamala's family reacts to that technology. I don't know, all sorts of fun touches. Really sharp episode. It's tight. It doesn't waste time. It might be my favorite Disney Plus Marvel pilot. Maybe except Loki. It's probably not gonna be my favorite Marvel show of them all, but it's gonna be, maybe it's gonna be close. If it's gonna keep up like this, I mean, it's hard to top WandaVision, but I don't know. And yeah, it exceeds my expectations. I was right to be excited for this show after that first trailer. To me, I give it a big recommendation. By the way, and if you've seen it, you know what I mean, but I do wonder if this is at all going to be a controversial show because of the depiction of the hero Captain Marvel. Because if you've seen the opening scene, and I want it to be a surprise for you if you haven't, it makes a statement about something that happens in Avengers Endgame that involves Captain Marvel that some may find controversial. I don't know, that's just a thought. What do you think about that? Let me know in the comments down below. Now it's up to you. What did you think about this first episode? Or did you see it already? Let me know in the comments below what you think, and add D+ on the top of your comments if you want me to give my thoughts on your thoughts in the coming Sunday video. I'm thinking about wrapping this up. Thank you so much for watching. Did you like this video, by the way? Then there's a simple way to show support. Thank you so much. I'll be back today with Obi Wan Kenobi episode 4. And for now, have a wonderful day and see ya.